What's going on YouTube, GeoSn right here. In today's video we have great news coming from Apple. They released iOS 18.3, which is great for jailbreak purposes because it patches quite a lot of important bugs. This video is brought to you by 8ksec, more on that later. So the iOS 18.3 as well as iPadOS 18.3 are both out, and there is quite the changelog over here in terms of security. There are quite a lot of bugs that have been patched, many of them quite important. The first one that comes to mind is this one over here. It's a kernel bug from pattern F. If you remember, this developer actually released before various bugs in the community, and we used them in a jailbreak, I think in Uncover, but don't quote me on that. Now they are back with this kernel vulnerability. It says in here, impact an app may be able to execute arbitrary code with kernel privileges. That's quite great and quite powerful. Then right above it, we have another one from an anonymous researcher. It's also a kernel vulnerability, and it says a malicious application may be able to gain root privileges. Things are looking quite great. If you go ahead here and parse through this entire changelog, there are many vulnerabilities. Most of them are quite useless because they're just denial of service, so making your phone crash, making an app crash. But then you do have a couple of them that are actually nice. Those two kernel vulnerabilities, as well as the core media one over here. It says a malicious application may be able to elevate privileges, and Apple is aware of a report that the issue may have been actively exploited against versions of iOS before 17.2, and it's a use after free. So there are several things over here that could potentially be useful for jailbreak purposes. Now there's also another one that caught my eye, this one in managed configuration, and this one says impact. Restoring a maliciously crafted backup file may lead to modification of protected system files, and that hints to a tool like Misaka X, for example, or Nugget. For those of you who are not aware, these do allow you to change various things on the device, enable features that are normally not available for your device. For example, dynamic island and the boot chime, stage manager, disable shutter sound, enable EU features, whatever. Nugget and Misaka X are both made using the same kind of vulnerability, and it's similar to this one over here by the looks of it. And it says the issue was addressed with improved handling of symbolic links. So this could potentially lead to applications like Misaka X or Nugget being updated for iOS 18.2, 18.2.1 if this does get released, and if this is indeed useful for that stuff, because right now we don't have much to go on besides the descriptions. Right now it's possible to jailbreak iOS 18, of course, but only on Pelrain devices, and that is exactly one device, iPad 7 generation. But yeah, if you're looking to buy a device and you want to have both iOS 18, the latest version of iOS 18, as well as a jailbreak that works with tweaks, then yeah, if you want to do that, the best device you can get is really an iPad 7 generation, because you can jailbreak it with Pelrain, which cannot be patched. Pelrain already works on iOS 18.3, and it will continue to work as long as this device receives updates. Now, I talked about the fact that this video is brought to you by 8ksec. These people provide amazing mobile security courses. So if you want to learn on how to build your own jailbreak, or how to create jailbreak exploits, or how to find iOS vulnerabilities, they do have great courses over here. Their offensive iOS internals course does go in depth about the iOS operating system, the kernel, how it works, security techniques on iOS, what prevents you from running your jailbreak stuff on iOS. Definitely a recommended course. My recommendation at the moment would be to stay below iOS 18.3 if you're looking for jailbreaks, and of course for tools like Misaka X and Nugget. If you want to check it out, the Misaka X will be available below, the same with the guide on how to jailbreak iOS 18 on Pelrain. But if you're on a newer device, say an iPhone 16, 15, 13, whatever, and you're looking for a jailbreak, iOS 18.3 is pretty bad, because patching these vulnerabilities means that iOS 18.3 no longer has them. So iOS 18.2.1, 18.2, and everything below is much better. Thank you for watching. I am GeoSn. Till the next time, subscribe to stay updated, and peace out.